Okay, now we should be good. Let's just hope for the best. Let us hope for the best. Hopefully, that last reset did the job. We can get into it, do some beat critiques. See what that's all about today. Like I said, this will be one of the last beat critiques or critique my beat episodes for quite some time. Gotta go out with a bang. I think someone sent something before. Yeah, that was called the producer. Cool. Chat, what we looking at? Oh, FL, don't open up now. This is the wrong time. Exit there. Okay, now we got some people in here. Good. Red X, Lil Zeth, Larry Clark. Type of one if I'm sounding good in here. If we not having issues anymore. Barely commentary. What's up? Domo the Great, Ghostface, Aquaman Raw, Tiger, Ascending Keys. Oh gosh, what's good, bro? Seasonal. Malcolm Heavy. Still getting a playback error. This is weird. Let me try switching accounts. Okay, cool. I'm seeing some ones pop up. Good. How y'all doing today? Good, 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 good to know. Cool. So we're gonna do some critiques today. We're gonna keep this episode pretty short. Um, First and foremost, let's just say this. This is gonna be the last critique my beat for quite some time. As you guys know, I've been working overtime to make this transition to a new place, a new location, a new home for my family and I, and time is of the essence. And the critique my beats can be quite time consuming sometimes. And this is why I ended up having to do them live because of how time consuming they became. So that being said, we'll bring it back at some point in time, but I hope when we bring it back, we'll be in a different location. I want to be able to play these beats out loud. I don't want to be able to hear all the stuff going on. But that being said, I want to say I appreciate everyone that has ever submitted a beat. Anybody who's ever been a part of this, I think it's great that that you guys submit your beats and that you're open to criticism that's like mine. Mine's is not like everybody, not everybody, but like other people. They like to clown people and make fun of them. I don't like to do that. That's not really my thing. So, so today will be the last critique my beats for quite some time. If you try to go to critiquemybeats.com, it's going to ask you for a password. It's because it just doesn't exist anymore. So that is that. Let's check this OBS system. Okay, so it's just showing up there. Cool. So I'm looking at the chat as I'm doing all of this. I believe NIK might have sent his social media. Don't quote me on that, but I believe he did. We're not taking submissions, but we are definitely going to give some constructive feedback to some of your peers. And we're going to get to it. Like after this, I have to actually jump on another conversation because due to popular demand, I will be now doing that interview a rapper series on a more consistent basis. So I'm excited to do more of those. I'm actually doing one at the top of the hour. So we're going to get straight to it. Just want to say thank y'all for showing up. Thank you for being here. We're going to get to the first producer. And like I said, anybody in here that is here, know that we're here for constructive criticism. What does that mean? That means that if you're going to criticize something, make sure that you construct an alternative or something better that they could do. Don't just say something sucks. Don't say it's trash, because then we get to block it. And we need to do all that. That's corny, but we got to do it to keep the quality control in here and focusing. But that being said, we got two beats from a producer named Quote the Producer. He's been here before. It's been a while, but I've taken into consideration when it comes to adding elements in the beats that make sure it doesn't get too stagnant. This first one plays with different types of sample chops, while the second has a lot more instrumentation. Appreciate the feedback and have a great day. All right, Quote the Producer. So once again, before we get started, I'm going to play the beat for a few seconds, and you guys type in one if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, then let me know.
Quote Productions.
All right, let me see some ones if you guys can hear that. Sweet. Okay. Volume is good and all that good stuff. Let me pump the volume up a little bit on that and on my vocal as well. So we got it. Cool. Let's get to it. Quote the producer. Set us off.
Quote Productions. Quote Productions. Quote Productions.
Okay. Good way to start everything off. Quote the producer. You left us with a beat that you entitled Even the Odds. And I think that's a great title for it. I think Even the Odds, this beat is a very sinister sounding beat. This beat is a very, I'm going to go get my revenge type of beat. It's definitely something that I can see, being on a movie soundtrack, like a movie soundtrack for a movie set in New York is the first thing that comes to mind. As I listen to it aesthetically, all I can say is that the mix I like on this is really, really clean. It's really clean. I would say that the only things that start to stand out for me aesthetically, and they're not major deals, is it was a bit loopy. There's a lot of looping going on here. It does become a bit repetitive. And I also say that the snare itself was very crisp. There's I could tell there's two different layers on that snare. There's a snare that's like a straightforward snare, like it's the top of a snare, and then the other one's like a clap that's on top of it. I would use that clap that I'm sure that you use to kind of accentuate more openness within that snare. I would use that clap very sparingly. I'll probably use it like on the last snare of an 8-bar loop, right? Just to really make that one snare sound special. But I think adding it on top of every single snare, it does make the snare feel fuller, but it does make it a bit anticlimactic, I think. And I think that, adding more snap, or more EQing to apply more of a snap to that snare would just be out of here. I enjoyed what you did with the bass on this. If anything, I probably would have liked to see that leveled up just a little bit more, but I like that. I like the way it feels. It feels like a new age mafia. Greg, what's up with you, bro? I just read your comment. I would take out some things for more variation. Yeah. I think taking the drums out will be very interesting, just to kind of make it have some more progression. Make it more progressive. I think that some strings would have been crazy on the chorus. I mean, we probably didn't get to the chorus, but that's another thing. If the chorus can't get, if you can't get to the chorus by a minute and 10 seconds, you asking for the listener to, you're asking for a lot from the listener. But it seems like everybody else kind of had the same vision, or that they at least liked the beat. So that's dope. You set us off right. Let's go to the second one, which is a Kendrick Lamar SZA type beat called Smile. Quote the producer. Quote the producer. Let's go to it.
Quote Productions.
So, quote the producer, I see you're in the room, man. Shout out to you. Appreciate you being a part of the series again. Let me say one thing before I get into the actual critiquing that I like about both of these beats is that you have a specific direction you want to go in. Like, you can tell you know your music. You can tell you know how to evoke an emotion out of your listener. Obviously, when you're making these beats, they probably come from a very special place. And they're probably inspired by some really real emotions. You can tell by the way that you arrange the beats for sure. But as I'm listening to this one in particular, I would say that you seem to have some key issues, specifically with the 808. Go back and check the second in the whatever the arrangement of the 808s are. The second 808 and the fourth 808 are both out of key. So I would go back, push all those 808s to a higher key and see if in that higher frequency, if those tones actually match with the bells that you had as the lead. I don't really have a problem with the bells. I see somebody mention something about the bells. I don't have any problems with the bells. If anything, I would have probably liked to see more variation within the sound design on the bells. So maybe have it to where, you could do that a few different ways too. This is not really sound design. It's more so octave changing, but taking those bells and going down an octave and then bringing them back an octave just so that there's some kind of progression occurring within the beats, right? It seems like you find some very special moments and then you just fall in love with them. And that's good for a producer or somebody who just enjoys listening to instrumentals. But for artists, they're going to want to see some variation, especially I see you're doing the type beats. They're going to want to be exposed to the same sort of variation and transitions that those type of artists go through. You listen to a Kendrick Lamar beat, man, go back and listen to any of your favorite Kendrick Lamar songs. It's a reason why him and the engineer Ali, no matter who produces the beat, him and Ali have such a great chemistry because they are able to basically bring elements from that beat and make them more special by making them come in a lot less, right? It'll probably be like an extra kick on the second loop of the second verse that you won't get the entire beat nowhere else, right? Or it'll be like a tape stop or just something that makes it special. Now, obviously, you're not going to create all those special moments, but I would get in a habit of trying to create some of them for your artists who are getting ready to tap onto these beats. But thank you for sharing it. Your YouTube, actually, I want to go ahead and add these. Let's go to my YouTube. Let me go ahead and just add you to the playlist. Subscribe to you, and I'm going to add you to the playlist. Where's it at? The critique my beats? Nah, that's not it. Where's it at? Let me just run is it here? Hold on, let me see. I had a playlist just for music producers. There it goes. Is this it? Yes, submissions. Cool. All right, cool. Like that one. Let's go to the second one too. Just so you guys, those of you are asking about, man, can you put the information in there? I'll just make a playlist, and this playlist is public. So all you got to do is just go down to the playlist, and you'll be able to listen to all these beats that we're listening to because these producers have them on YouTube. So here we go again. I wish I could just type this in. I don't know why it's not letting me. That's so goofy. So that's that. Let's go. Where we at? You guys are probably seeing it and can't even tell me when to stop. Am I blind? What is going on? This is irritating. Oh, there it goes. Okay, never mind. Cool. You left your social media information, did you? Okay, you got your YouTube. Cool. Next producer. So, NIK, you are back. So the situation is that I purchased Critique twice since the first one didn't open, so I was wondering whether I can go for a second one. Yeah, you know what? Cool. So I guess he purchased another one after that first situation where we didn't get any files in the correct format, and so he wants to go for it again. Let's go. I think folks want to see NIK, and he left us with his information. Shout out to you, NIK. Boom, I'm gonna follow you right here. So this is NIK Beats. He left us with 2 bangers last time. You guys were talking about him before we even got started today. So let's listen to the first beat, which is called Red Pill, and the second one is Blue Pill.
NIK made it.
Submission. Yo, NIK, you might be, if I ever made like a best of critique my beats, or if I ever made like an MVP list, NIK, you're definitely going up there. You embody what it is that not only rappers are looking for, but sync licensing is looking for. They're looking for clarity, they're looking for presence, and you accomplish that. Really, you accomplish that through your mixing. It's not even so much about just your instrument choices, because you choose some really great instruments, especially with the drums. I believe this one was a sample, so obviously it's not yours melodically that you're creating, but the chops that you're creating for this, you can tell that you're a rhythm first producer, and I'm a rhythm first producer, so there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just listening to this and I'm just amazed by all of the chops, not even just the chops, but the timing of the chops. I'm amazed by how wide open this is for a rapper. Like, this is what rappers are looking for. If I was still rapping, this is what I'd be looking for. Something that is wide open, something that evokes an emotion but doesn't crowd my space as I'm creating lyrics along with that. This is a perfect example of that, right? I enjoyed the mix on the 808s. I enjoyed how present that snare was, and almost feels like it's on the bridge of your nose when you think about it mix-wise. Super dope beat, man. Red Pill, Blue Pill. I think you playing with us now. He got a beat called Blue Pill and as a second. What'd you guys think of that beat? It seemed like you guys thought it was fire. Yeah, I said it was dope. Okay, that's super dope. Okay, let's get to the second one, Blue Pill.
NIK made it.
NIK, I gotta say, you're definitely a producer that's thinking about song as you're producing the beat, and that's important, right? It's important to think of, okay, where's the space for the artist? I think that's one of the most important questions you could ask as you're putting together a beat and you're adding instruments. Where's the space for the artist? Okay, have I took the space away from the artist? Okay, you determining that early, I think, is the reason why a beat like this works. Even though as I listen to it as an instrumental, I'm trying not to judge it just as an instrumental, because just as an instrumental, I'm asking for something else. My mind is like, there's something else missing. It might be a mid frequency. It might be something that kind of like, maybe it's the vocal that my mind is looking for. But as I'm listening to it, all I keep saying is that, yeah, it's almost there. It's like one more instrument there. And maybe this is a beat that you end up collaborating with someone else on, and just kind of let them go in, like maybe go in on some, on the keys, do like some higher octave piano keys, just some runs in between there, just to fill in a little bit more space. As I listen to this, it's just, that's what I'm judging it off of. But if you put an artist over this, nobody would even care about what I'm saying right now. You put an artist over this, you get somebody who's melodically inclined, somebody who knows how to put together some strong hooks. This thing is out of here, right? This is a placement for you. So I would look at this being, placement material. I would add more instrument. I'm not sure exactly what type of instrument off top. I mean, maybe it's a synthesizer, maybe it's sort of a padded instrument, maybe it's some kind of a glided synth, but add another instrument and then let the engineer of that placement that you get, let them take that out. Let them take the instruments that don't belong out. I don't think you need to minimalize your approach in the beginning. Like go in and then let them kind of, tailor off some of the instruments as they mix it around there. But man, both of these were bangers. What did you guys think of this beat? Cool. That's dope. No, it's definitely fire. I am definitely not down on this at all. It's fire. Both of these are. NIK, man. You might have a lot of business sitting right here in this chat right now. If not from rappers that want to buy beats, you got a lot of business in here from producers that may actually want to get some of your kits. Because I mean, I'm looking at your drums like, yeah, I want that snare from the first one. Like, I need that. No, but no, like I think that you would have a really good future in sound design from the thinking of someone who creates sounds, like actually creates sounds. Super dope. So then that was your Instagram. You got a BeatStars, it's NIK Beats, and then you also have a SoundCloud that is I'm assuming it's Noisy Productions. Okay, cool. You got a BeatStars. Yeah. You about to go ahead and sell some beats, my friend. You probably already selling, but you about to sell some more beats. You got it from $9.99. Oh yeah, you about to really sell some beats. Okay, my friend. Thank you for sharing once again. Let's go to the next producer, Oscar Eliasson. I believe it's Pragmatic Beats. Okay, what's up, what's up, King? Hope all is well. I'll make this quick and leave you with 2 different beats with 2 different vibes. Okay, cool. So he said, shout out to the community. Pragmatic Beats got us 2 YouTube joints to check out. Let's go to the first one, and I'm gonna add you to the list as we listen. Okay, Pragmatic Beats. So the first one was called it's just Uplifting Trap. It's a Playboy Cardi / Little Uzi Vert type beat. Definitely can hear a Little Uzi Vert on this. And I think you got that pegged down. As I'm listening to it, the first thing that I really enjoy from it is that clap. That clap was like it was thick. Like that clap had a booty. Like that clap was nice. Like that clap had a lot of it had a lot going on. I like the how crunchy the clap was, right? And that's just good sound selection. I would say that there was an instrument that stood out to me not in a good way, around the 40 to 35 to 40 mark. It's kind of like, wow, wow, wow. It's some keys that you played. And I had a problem more so with the mix and the leveling on those. Those are a bit high. And when you're dealing with instruments that are high frequency instruments, you got to pay the closest attention to the volume of those. You got to pay the closest attention to the EQ of those, because if you don't find a way to make those pleasing to the ear, your listeners will fall off, even for a beat that's as dope as this. This beat is dope. It's modern. It goes around with the time right now, but those kind of sounds I've seen in studio sessions where rappers will be like, nah. Like right when it gets to that part, they'll be like, nah. They'll forego a whole beat just for that one sound, and they won't even try to take it out unless they love the beat. But that was that. What did you guys think of it? I like the mix on the 808. I think that was nice. I like the tempo of this one. Yeah, Greg, I agree. The kick definitely could have used some more love as well. That's what's up. Sounds clean. Okay, cool. So let's go to the second one, which is, I believe, a lo-fi type beat. I know that picture a mile away. That is the lo-fi picture right there. Okay, Pragmatic. I like this one. You was in your bag on this one. This one is dope. I like the swing of this one. I like how late that snare feels, even though we know it's not late. It feels late. I like the swing on that one. Tell me if I'm wrong, but besides it being lo-fi and being on a lo-fi playlist, I can see this being on. I can see this also being for a commercial. Look, check me out. She curves around the edges as she whips around the hills. Other competitors have tried, but they can't quite fit her. Go down to your local Lexus dealer and see her up close. Lexus XX 2019 Lexus. Tell me it's not a Lexus commercial. I just feel like it's a Lexus commercial. That's all I hear. It's like Lexus, like she's just whipping around. All you see is just like, you know what I'm on? Okay, I'm clowning. It's beautiful. That's a beautiful beat. I just enjoy everything about this one. I would listen to this one. Like, this definitely sounds like something that if you're on the freeway, like this is like first date type music. Like you go on the first date with a girl and like, you know what I'm talking about? Like she been feeling you, everything's been good. And then you get on the freeway and it's like beautiful, you know, lights and all of that going on. And you just whipping and you like, yeah. But you've been having a good time and all that. But truth is, am I dropping you off at home? Or are you coming home with me? This is that beat that you play. And she's like, I'm going home with you. So yeah, if you trying to get her to go home with you, that's the beat right there. I like it. Those beautiful vibes. Pragmatic Beats. Aside from me talking, Instagram at Pragmatic Beats. I enjoyed that one. I think a lot of folks in here did as well. Super dope. Okay, so then I added you to the playlist. Your SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Prag, Prag, Matic Beats. Instagram is at Pragmatic Beats. Thank you for sharing, my good friend. Let's go to the next person. SK Beats, I believe. Oh man, did you leave me with some Doggone sound Spotify links. Man, I gotta sign. Let me see if I gotta sign in. We ain't gonna do this, brother. Please let me play this. Okay, we got a web player. Okay, cool. Maybe, I don't know. It's not playing. Fam, this is why you attach beats in the email. My friend. Fam, I can't do nothing with this. I don't even got a name of the beat. Oh, my friends. Somebody's going to be getting a refund today. All right, y'all saw. I tried to play them. Ain't nada there. And then you left your socials. Man, ain't no use for the social. Can't hear the beat. I'm going to try one more time. Let me see if I put your name in. Maybe that'll do it. Let's run a search. Nah. Let's try this. Nah. What about SK Just Beats? I don't know if that's you, though. That's my only thing. That could literally be anybody. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, brother. I'm going to just send you a refund. All right, let's go to the next person. Last one, Malcolm Heavy. Why? You know what? Malcolm Heavy, that's perfect to end this out with Malcolm Heavy. Malcolm Heavy here again, got 2 beats for you. The first one's called Trunk, more of my signature sound. Heavy hitting trap, Detroit is the second one. It's my first real boom bap beat. You left us with your information. Let me check on the chat real quick. Oh, yeah. First and foremost, let me also, before we end this on out, I got to say shout out to today's video sponsor. 7 Streams Club. 7 Streams Club is a clothing brand that is based in Los Angeles, California. A good friend of mine that runs that brand, and they are sponsoring today's video. They have beautiful t-shirts. They have t-shirts. They have what they call them, the jogging sweatsuit joints. I'm about to get all of those. I'm about to look real good, and at the same time promote wealth, promote having the 7 streams of income that we know that we all need to become millionaires. Also, there's a shirt that I got from them called Generational Wealth that I just love the whole concept of that, even besides money. Generational wealth can be the foundation or wisdom that you pass along to your children. But I love what this brand stands for. I appreciate them. And if you want a coupon to get yourself a shirt like this, ownership, go down to the description below. We got my coupon code. It is, let me double check what that thing is. I believe it is King 7S. Look in the description, it's there. But that is that. Let's go down to the last producer. I want to make sure I shouted them out because they're really good peoples. Okay, first one is called Trunk. Let's get to it. What about now? When he finds out, it's gonna feel retarded. No, I'm gonna feel like a human being, dickwad. Good, you can hear me. He's gonna feel so retarded when he comes back. He's gonna feel so stupid that he was talking and his microphone wasn't working. No, I'm going to feel completely human. Anyways, here's my thoughts on that one. Yeah, I was going in. So, if I can recall my thoughts, what I was saying is that Malcolm Heavy was definitely living up to his name. Here's the problem sometimes with being a producer such as myself that has such heavy ass sounds that it sometimes can be intimidating to rappers who say, yo, that beat is crazy. I need that right now. Then they take that beat, they go to the studio, they come and start writing to it, and they're like, man, nothing I'm writing is going to be as hard as this beat. And so they end up not using the beat. And sometimes you'll end up being a producer because your mixes are incredibly louder than the average producer. You'll end up either being an intro, an interlude, or an outro. They did it to me. And that's typically what happens when you can't find where aesthetically or sonically a beat fits. And for this one, it's really difficult to see how this fits. Now, I don't think this necessarily needs to be a beat for a rapper to rap on. I think that I think that this one can literally be for just playing, just banging this out. Like, I just want to hear this out of somebody's car. I don't need to have lyrics on it. I think lyrics might be too much. This might be like, just imagine having a whole mixtape full of just trunk music. Oh, that would be fire. I would love that. It kind of gives me like the feelings that I had when I first started hearing Slim Thug and Paul Wall and Mike Jones, and it's definitely some 3 6 Mafia influence in there. And I think it's just where you're from. So I enjoyed that. Okay, so let's go to the next beat, and I think this is the last one for the night, and I got to get back over to this interview so I can deliver you guys some more content. So Detroit is the second one. Let's go to it. Malcolm Heavy.
The most frightening thing in the world is.
All right, let me respond back to this text message from the artist that I'm supposed to be interviewing. I am late right now. This is not professional of me. Had to knock out this YouTube episode live really quick. It's running over a bit. Sorry about that. I'm going to hit you in 5. Okay, so sorry, y'all. This beat, Detroit. Immediately, I said Joey Badass. Immediately, I said J. Cole. This is definitely, you said it's like your first boom bap beat. This sounds really dope. I think you should experiment more within that sound. I think that aesthetically, it that type of piano with that, whether it's a sample or not, doesn't really matter to me. But that type of piano, how bright it is and how much reverb is applied to it, gives it a larger than life type vibe. I love that. I love how this just feels like it's like early morning music. It's like I play this song, boom, push play on this song as soon as I wake up, and I hear a weird collaboration in which, like, say it's like a Joey Badass. It's like, yo, Joey Badass says, yo, I want to get J. Cole on something, but this is what my fans expect J. Cole to get on. So it's not really a surprise. I want to pull in somebody else that they wouldn't expect. I feel like this would be like a Joey Badass song where he puts Rhapsody and Cardi B on the same song. You might sound crazy, but rappers do it all the time. They throw these oddball collaborations, and they try to surprise their fans by making them say, like, wait a minute, what is Rhapsody and Cardi B doing on the same song? To me, that's when hip hop is its most special. It's when it's most unified. Even if it doesn't sound like a Cardi B type beat, I would want to hear her as a feature on this, and then just that'll be it. I just feel like rappers do that all the time. But Detroit, man, I was heavy record, hip hop record for sure. I enjoyed the mix on this one. I didn't mind how crazy the mix was on the drum break. I didn't mind that. I think that I would have mixed it very similarly, but I enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed that. So that is that. I'm getting ready to actually sign out, my good friends. Thank you for joining me today. I got to get to this interview now so that I can deliver you guys more content. And like I said, this will be the last one for quite some time. Mr. Ned Flanders, who just sent me a beat, stop sending me beats to my email. Do not send me nothing else to my email. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care how long you've been supporting me. Don't do that shit. Just don't send me nothing. That ain't the way to go about it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. You've been supporting me, then you know me. You know how I get now. Don't do it. That's it. Anyways, thank y'all for supporting this for quite some time. It's been dope, man. It's definitely been a good run on this. We're going to bring it back, but I hope to bring this back when we're in a whole nother space, which, could be some time. It could be whatever, but it's going to happen. We're going to have to make this happen. So much love to y'all. I wish y'all the best. If y'all cooking up, keep cooking. If you about to go in the studio and make some songs as a rapper, go on and do your thing in there. I wish you the absolute best. I love y'all, and I mean that. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.